Committee. Mr. Speaker, today I stand here as a proud member of the opposition of this country in the National Assembly. And I want to say that basically, Mr. Speaker, I speak with a heavy heart, but a very clear conscience. This country, we have citizens, and the citizens have spoken. Citizens have been speaking for the last 2-3 weeks, and their position is very clear. Mr. Speaker, we are between a rock and a hard place. But how did we get there? This House passed an appropriations bill. In that appropriations bill, we spend money. Later on, when the finance bill came to this House, we made very deliberate attempts to, of course, protect the Kenyan citizens and came up with a finance bill that did not give enough money on the appropriations that we had already passed in the House. But, Mr. Speaker, today, we have an opportunity to correct this situation. And my proposal is this. Kenya has an extremely ambitious budget. An extremely ambitious budget. And this budget, Mr. Speaker, is of course, it is big because we have issues to do with debt repayments. We have issues to do with duplication. You all know that our National Assembly here and the Senate almost do the same jobs. The Senate and the county assemblies do the same job. DPP, DCI, ESCC, they kind of duplicate each other. So, Mr. Speaker, it is important to look at some of these issues with a view of ensuring that we provide direction to the country. Mr. Speaker, the government has a lot of wastage, trips, huge convoys on leadership. We had recently the president himself talking about provision of extra police uniforms. So, Mr. Speaker, I think all of us are aware also about the corruption that is going on in our ministries, NYS and others, Ministry of Health. So, Mr. Speaker, I think now we need to figure out solutions. And I want to propose the following. First and foremost, I support the reduction of the budget. But, Mr. Speaker, I wish that the Budget and Appropriations Committee had reduced the budget to a level where we do not require to further tax Kenyans so that we can meet that budget. So even as I support this one, I wish it was more than what we are reducing. I wish we reduced further so that we don't seem like we want to save money for Parliament, we want to save money for NYS, because that is what many people have said. I wish the budget was reduced across the board so that in the afternoon we do not discuss issues of increasing whatever taxation on our people. So, Mr. Speaker, I wish there was time for us to have proposed amendments and discuss them. I think we are between a rock and a hard place. But as a member of the opposition, Mr. Speaker, on this particular one, I oppose.
Member